Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Kenny. Folks, we are working and we're busy. Today I want to finish up with this project that this is number 3 that we want to finish up with this woodshed. We've got plans to put the top on it, which is a metal roof. But let me refresh you on what we've been doing here. This is a project that we're doing completely, about 98%. The project is made of scrap. I'm talking about this woodshed that we are currently building. It is made from scrap. Now I know that is a thing that some of you would say, why would you do such a silly thing as that, and even may call it that, silly. But anything that I try to do, let me tell you something, if I can utilize something like this, I won't throw it away. And I told you that we live way out in the boonies, so that is not an issue with me, because it's a woodshed. It's definitely not a one that's going to cost $1,000, but we're going to put the roof on it up here. We've got one sheet of metal on top, but right now we're cutting and we're making some braces. Incidentally, it's about 45 degrees, and you may say, then why are you dressed like that if it's 45 degrees? Well, the sun makes it feel a whole lot warmer than it actually is, so it's relatively comfortable for me. I love cooler weather, and that's not a big deal with me. But we're going to put these braces up here, and we've already got them started. Back here to the back, you might be able to see that. We're just going to put a few braces on it for stability. And that's going to make a big difference because we never know. We could get some snow and it could come down heavy on top of this thing and maybe cause it to cave in. So we're going to give it a lot of stability if we can. And right now though, we're going to get started. It's partly cloudy, so it's going to be on and off. The sun's going to be on and off, so we're going to get started on. Let me get some screws. Just a little stability. So we're going to go ahead and put up 4 or 5 more of these, and then we will be ready to start putting up the metal, and we will take it from there. Okay folks, we are ready to put the roof on this thing. So I'm going up the ladder. This is the only spot, folks, that I can do this by doing up here. So I've got my piece of metal in place. We're using 1.5 inch screws. Okay, now we're going to take and go over 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and we'll be done. It's been a while since I've put a roof on a woodshed, but these 1.5-inch nails, actually screws, they are very effective. So I'm going to put my gloves back on, and we're going to toss another sheet up there. Now this stuff is 12 feet long, folks, so it's a little bit difficult to get on, but we can handle it. This is actually used tin, folks. I would not buy without having a lot of cash. I wouldn't buy new tin for a project like this. This is actually old stuff, probably about 20 years old, that was actually given to me. Sometimes you can find an old building like this that people are maybe eager to get off of their property, and sometimes you can get it for free. So that's kind of what happened here. It was a freebie. I got a ton of it. So I've got just enough though to do this project with. So we've got 2 down, or starting on 2. And it looks good so far. When I get it nailed down, of course. I went ahead and put some final bridging or bracing on this thing to make it stronger. So I'm going to climb up to the top and get this one back on, and I'll be back in a few. All right, folks, this is our second sheet. And we're doing good. All right, we're ready to get another sheet. This is our second sheet, so we're going for number 3. All right, folks. We are around to the back of this thing. And we are putting the final pieces of metal in this thing. Right now, folks, let me tell you, we're near the end of this video, and it just a thought just occurred to me that many of you watch our videos faithfully, and we certainly do appreciate that, but you've never taken the time to subscribe to the channel. Go ahead right now, if you will, and take about 5 seconds of your time and pause the video or whatever you need to do, and just go ahead and subscribe. It's that easy. and we would certainly appreciate it. Okay. We've got the nails in that stuff. Now, let me take you on a little tour of this. Take a look at that. It's ready. We've got it done. Not too shabby, folks, to be made out of scrap lumber. Not too shabby. Now I've got to, here before the snow flies, if you will, I am going to take a tarp-like substance such as that right there, and I'm going to wrap it around 3 corners. I'm going to wrap it around both sides and the back, of course, and that way it'll keep the snow out. So that is made from scrap lumber, folks. It took us the better part of a couple of days to do it, but we have got her done. And I'm going to tell you something. Building something from scrap lumber is a little bit more difficult, and it takes a little bit more time. But let me tell you, we've got more time, of course, than we do have money right now. So hopefully, by saying that, we can finish it up with that wrap around it before the snow flies, and we will be done. Certainly will be done. And that's a good thing. Just giving you an overall picture of it. Now, let me finalize the cost on this. Most of this stuff, folks, I'm going to tell you, as you know, was scrap. Scrap, except I bought 6 4x4x8, and I only used 3 of them. And the rest of it, I've got 3 new ones that I didn't use sitting over here. So I had 3 old 4x4s, which was actually shorter, that I used back here in the back. And the cost of this, the old scrap lumber, of course, didn't cost me anything. The metal that went on the roof, it didn't cost me anything either. The only thing I paid for was some nails and some screws. And with the 4x4s, they cost about 25 bucks a piece. So 3 of those, of course, about $75. So I've got less than $100 in this particular woodshed that was made from scrap. Now, I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. With the high cost of building these days, and especially something that's not used that much except for wood, of course, as a woodshed, that's pretty good. That's really pretty good. So we appreciate you this afternoon. We hope you've enjoyed these series of videos on building this woodshed. And we certainly do appreciate you for watching us and watching our videos. So listen, you have a wonderful, blessed day, and we'll talk to you later.